Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video, as part of Super Saiyan 2 Kefla's Zenkai Awakening, we're going to be taking a look at her Battle Gauntlet. So obviously traditionally when they Zenkai unit now, they bring out a Battle Gauntlet, especially for summonable units or banner based units. And yeah, generally speaking, pretty good stuff. Honestly speaking, I think for the most part, yeah, this is a pretty decent Battle Gauntlet. I think there's a decent selection that isn't just top units, but there are two clear favorite units in Ultra Hit and the red Ultra Instinct Goku. So yeah, pretty simple stuff across the board. Honestly speaking, you should be pretty familiar with Battle Gauntlets by now. If you're not, Battle Gauntlets are 100 stages. You can auto battle up to stage 80. And you get rewards along the way, mainly being the Z Awakening power and the chrono crystals that you can get as rewards for completing the stages. They are more orientated towards the back end, so obviously you do kind of want to do the event and get quite far into it, because the further you get, the more rewards you get, rather than the antithesis, which is like getting a lot in the start. Honestly speaking, the team build is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to switch out Goku, try and make it a bit better representation of what people have. I don't even have Zenkai boosts in my Bergamo, so there should be a decent representation of what people have. There's no decent free-to-play or event-exclusive units, unfortunately. So I'm just going to go with like a red boosted strike team for these three units, and then we'll see how far they get. We'll auto battle, get as far as we can, and then obviously just take a look at how hard that fight is. But generally speaking, you should go as far as you can in these. Even if you're a new player, like, you never know, you might get the unit in future, want to Zenkai them, use them for content or like PvP or PvE content. They might be useful for another unit's future Zenkai Awakening. There is so much usability for the units that, generally speaking, I always suggest people do this. Thank you very much, because obviously there is some value. There's always great value in like getting units in their Zenkai power, because there's only so much Zenkai power you can obtain from completing the Ultra Space Zenkai Rush. So I always just suggest that players look at like this type of situation as a bonus, more so than like a chore or anything, and prep in advance even if you don't have the character. Obviously, it being a Battle Gauntlet fight means it's pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of gimmicks or anything. It's not like a hyperdimensional cop. You don't have a blue bar that you need to will down. It's not like a raid. You don't have strike damage. It's not like a full power battle. It's not like anything like that. It's just fairly straightforward, super duper simple, and yeah, most players honestly won't have a huge struggle with the combat, like with the actual fighting in the game. Just be aware the enemy does do a fair chunk of damage. That's really about it. They can do a fair chunk of damage, like you're going to see here. They can catch you out, do some damage. It does cause some problems. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The fight otherwise is really your stock standard fight. You shouldn't have any overt difficulties fighting the enemy. They don't have any special gimmicks, and their AI is not even that hacked. Like sometimes in these events, the AI will triple vanishing rush or things like that. This battle gauntlets, they don't do that. They're not like super duper hacked, so it's pretty straightforward for the most part. I think you should be fine. And where you stop for the auto battle, you should be able to push on at least a good 10 stages. I always say to people, if you get stopped at like stage 60, you should be able to get to stage 70 just by manually battling. So there's no reason to like not try and not push on. It's really just that simple. But yeah, that's basically it. To cut a long story short, As you can see, we got to stage 60 and we only got Zenkai Awakening 1, which just shows you that there's another 2000 Z power in the last 40 stages. Everything is very skewed to the back end of this event. So if you're doing it for Chrono Crystals or doing it for Zenkai Awakening power, you're going to have to do it and get quite deep into the event. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. But yeah, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.